If I wanted to stay on Year of the Shadow, I should have went Radical Highway. Final Rush, I believe, is the Shadow stage. Live and Learn because it features Shadow. Maybe still also play Sonic vs. Shadow because he's part of it. I don't know. Anyway, we got plot again right in the beginning, which again doesn't explain a ton. But what we're actually going to do for the sake of this one, and I suppose we should have did this in fairness for all the games. So you get the basic idea, right? Like, Proto Man is the fake out. Obviously not him. You know, spoilers to no one. Let's pull up the Mega Man wiki, actually. Which I believe is where I found the further details, because of course you have to go off of the Japanese booklet to get the better version of the plot that is only explained so much here. This machine from Sonic Heroes is one of my favorite Shadow themes. I'm gonna have to give that a listen because I don't know if I remember that from whenever I think you played it. Anyway, this is way better, and actually, you know how I mentioned Cossack is kind of just forgotten about, never seen again, just randomly put into 4? Well, in the Japanese instruction manual, that is not the case. Cossack is actually proving his good worth, contacts Mega Man via comm or something, and tells him flat out, Proto Man has gone wild. City Hall and the spaceport have been totally destroyed, and the city's power grid is in shambles. I've never seen destruction on this scale before. I know you're worried about Dr. Light, but your first duty is to free the city from the grip of Proto Man's robots. I can modify your reactor to give the Mega Buster a little more power, which is a description, not only plot, but a description as to why the Mega Buster actually does look different and better in this one. Alright? Maybe if I can get it work. If I can give the Mega Buster a little more power, the rest is up to you. Dr. Light and I had been working on a special project, but it's not finished yet. Hinting towards something else that's in Mega Man 5. Spoilers beat. Maybe if I can get it working, it might give you an edge. Remember to watch your back, Mega Man. Proto Man seems to have become more ruthless than we had thought possible. Good luck. Cossack out. And goes into this. Yeah, but like, none of that is in this intro. And he's nowhere in the game either. So like, he actually does not reappear. So you wouldn't know of any of this unless you refer to this, right? And actually, there's even more stuff before all that that just kind of came from the notes of the instruction manual. But anyway, that's enough of all that. But of course, we have to go based off of what we're seeing here, right? Another attempt at plot, just not explained as well as it should be. I feel like that's the case with basically all these. Like, once they hit US territory, we forgot, didn't care. But Mega Man was also basically an annual franchise way back when, which is scary to think that even back then this was a thing. And along with the concept of crunch, hence why we got 3 and the even scarier, tighter window, but still somehow made a competent game, 7. But now we're definitely getting off track. Anyway, so I always liked this. Hey! Welcome back, Jen. How we doing? Feel free to get involved in this, because when people don't know what they're talking about, it just makes this even better. So, usual deal here. I always like this stage select theme. it's got the Mega Man doo 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 going on, so it's always good. Any track with that is always nice, but you know, feel free to choose a Robot Master. You know, this playthrough goes as smoothly or as poorly as determined by the audience. Doing good. Started what I told you recently, so like that's working out. So far so good. Can't really complain. Doing some streams and stuff. But yeah, so I always like this stage select theme. It might be my favorite out of them, honestly. Gyro Man seems like a chump. Okay. So that's a vote for Gyro Man. If anyone else wants to place a vote on where the hell I start, and then maybe we do a coin flip if it's different ones or whatever, or we keep it as is and we just go ahead and go to Gyro Man. But we're going to rank this in the same manner as the rest of them. And I'll give it a couple minutes, and then we'll just go ahead and get right on to it. But yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing these latter two. The games, like, 3 was rushed, obviously. But if we ignore that, it almost seems like the games are at least attempting to improve. So, people feeling that franchise fatigue, and I get it, might have just missed out on some good shit. Is that like the take now? You know, it seems a lot of people are looking at these again. Alright, we're going to Gyro. We're going to Gyro. Which, I forget if is, like, somewhat of a good pick in my opinion. Don't really know. I think this is doable. I feel like I've done it before. Certainly not my preferred first pick, but I think it's doable. So we can see the Mega Buster, it's more full graphically in this game. Kind of looks closer to a Hadouken. Looks a lot cooler, let's be honest. I don't know what we were going to do with Gyro Man anyway, so we got yet another stage up in the clouds, a la Airman. Shit. Extra life, of course we get plenty of those in this game, so the fact that they have one just sitting there is beyond generous. I like the little turning animation that Mega Man gets in this. Never seen you play this game before? Well, ain't that something? Because Mega Man is huge for me. And I don't hold this against you, mind you. Like, I know it's only been however many months at this point since, like, seeing streams and stuff I do and whatever, but, like, Mega Man's a big deal for me. So, I've played a lot of these games several times and or during Extra Life for charity. I always play at least one. There happen to be 6 on them on the regular Nintendo, which is what the system that these are on. Of course, you can just play them all modernly now on the Legacy Collection. Modernly a word? If it's not, we just made it up. But yeah, like it's good stuff. Whoops! I didn't think I was close enough to get crushed there, but whoops! Fuck. So what's new with everybody? I just remembered I have to get Shadow of the Erdtree again. I keep thinking about it, like, all week, and I just, like, the tab is open and everything, and I just keep not getting it. Damn it! Why am I making this part seem harder than it actually needs to be? Oh boy! See, if you're kind of ahead the auto-scrolling that takes place here, then you really don't have to worry about these jumps. They're actually, like, not a big deal. And you don't have to be, like, have, like, super tight timing with the slides. Well, it's a good thing this game gives out extra lives like candy, because we already lost 2 right out of the gate. That's the other thing. This isn't like one of the easier stages either, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend this for a first pick. But again, I do think it's probably doable. I think I've done it before. We're gonna pull it off. Let's put it that way. Come on, stupid. I mean, if you want to keep doing what you're doing, then Josh is 100% correct about you being a little chump. And honestly, fuck. Now I'm fucking this up to high hell. This is kind of all he does. So you know what, honestly? Perfectly fine first pick. He can join the list. There's a decent amount of them in this game. Download Super Mario Party for the Nintendo Switch Online. So here, we get the turning animation again. It's not as cool. It doesn't look as cool as the wireframe whole thing going on in Mega Man 4. But I do like the turning animation, so there's that. So we get Rush Jet right off the bat for going to Gyro Man. So actually, that's a real good incentive to actually start with Gyro Man. Password theme is pretty lame. Alright, so Gyro Man stage, it's fine. I'll even say it's good. Theme is alright. Weapon is... It's actually good. I mean, I'm going to try it again for myself, in case my memory fails me, but, yeah. Alright, next. Download Super Mario Party for the Nintendo Switch Online. Cool. Awesome. We're not talking like the older ones, right? Like from the different like networks for older systems. Like actual Super Mario Party came out specifically for the Switch. Because there's Super Mario Party, and I think there's also the other one they came out with that like borrows from older games. But it's more modern. I forget. There's 2, like, specifically on the Switch, and I think that's the one that they could have expanded upon and just made DLC for, but then they just made another Mario Party, period. So we actually got 2 iterations of Mario Party on the Switch. Which is kind of neat. You combine that with the stuff that's available on N64 Online, the game selection there if you have the expansion pass, and then you have like access to 4 or 5 different Mario Party games total. The 2 for the Switch, plus I think they put Mario Parties 1, 2, and 3 on there? Or maybe only 2 is on there, I have no idea. 2's the big one for me though, spent a lot of time with that. A lot of good time with friends too on that. Priscilla, give me a second here. Priscilla, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you whining? Yeah, I know, you're hungry. Starving kitty. You poor starving cat. Spending Thanksgiving in Florida this year? Really now? Do you have family here or something? Gyro beats Wave and then Wave beats Napalm. Alright. Let's do it. Ah, okay, cool. You're gonna go to like... You're gonna go Hard Rock? You're gonna go Disney or something? Like, what, you have any special plans outside of that? Shit! So... I've always liked this theme and this stage, even though it's kind of annoying at points. It's a highlight of this game for me. It always has been. Wave could also beat Stone. That is also certainly a interesting theory you got there. Yeah, I mean, see, I have no patience, so like all these different annoying ass stage hazards, I just take the hit and move on. Oh shit, did I get a letter last stage? Yes, I did. Okay. If you spell out Mega Man 5 in the menu here, you get beat, which beats a bird, and he's right there on the right, because, you know, the Legacy Collection has these little barriers for each game. Or, did I say barriers? Borders? I think is the word I was looking for there. Not for anything special, Uncle wants to scatter my deck. Okay, gotcha. Well, I mean... That's special in its own right. My condolences. Shit. This section's cool in theory, but not like the most shit. This part's cool in theory, not the best visually. Ow. That and they just randomly attack you from behind. So, you want to stay a little up front so you don't always take that hit. You also want to be careful here because the letter we need is in this auto-scrolling section, and you can't go back to get it if you miss it without doing the stage again, I think. So we got the letter, but we also have shit for health, so... Oh my god, I almost fucked it up. Almost. That was too close. That's cool, it's awesome. It should be a good time. And just like the stage, he just plants a wave right in front of you, which is not great. Alright, so let's try the G attack. Gyro attack. Do we have a winner? Gotta hit him with it first. 1 damage. That's a no. And unfortunately, this guy's a bit of pain. This guy's a bit of a pain in the butt to try to beat without his weakness, but we're gonna try it. We're also gonna rewind so I don't have to do a whole stage again, because I don't want to. It's called cheating. What's your partner doing? She's good. She just retreated to the room to do, like, self-care stuff. May or may not show up in chat later, I don't know. Shit! She's actually gonna start, streaming this weekend, I think. If everything stays according to plan. Shit! So if you get hit while you're charging the Buster, it definitely cancels in this game. I couldn't quite tell with 4, but it... Damn. Wave Man's kind of a toughie without, weakness. The Mega Man! The Mega Dan, how we doing? Welcome back. You're gonna see a lot of rewinding here. This is gonna be a somewhat different Mega Man playthrough than we're used to. Because I'm like analyzing / ranking the games and also having the audience choose the Robot Master order, which, you know, depending on how good we pick, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. No one knows. Feel free to join in on that. Shit. Oh my god, I was actually doing pretty decent. And now I'm fucking it all up. Oh, you asshole. This guy fucking sucks. Oh shit, I almost... Damn it, I had it. I have no energy cans either, so, like, I can't do that. I just have to get good. When's the last time you played this? Not that long ago. The difference, though, like I said, I'm having boss order chosen for me, and we did not choose the weakness for this boss. And this is one of the harder ones to do Buster only, so... It's, not going the way I'd like. And actually, instead of rewinding each and every time, let's just... I mean, we're already cheating as is, so let's just save. Do that. Priscilla, you're even fed now. I don't want to hear it. Shit. Ow. What a fucking asshole. Oh god, no! Why would I run into that? Whoops. See, you never know where he's gonna put that. That's the problem. If you're walking forward, I swear he puts it in front of your face. Otherwise, I don't know. I can't, like, see any sort of predictable pattern with these waves. These waves, I'm in them. Shit. You motherfucker. Jesus Christ. So close each time. I'm gonna try to not have this be an Electman situation, but it might take me a bit. Shit! Well, this is not gonna go well. Oh my god. Fuck a you, wave man. Okay, you know what? I think I'm onto something now. Never mind. As I say that, I fucked shit up. Ow. Aha! Stupid. Ow. Seriously? What an asshole. Oh, he touched me. I would have killed him. Fuck this guy. Don't start with this guy. Oh, we got a good lead now. We got a pretty good lead. I think we got him this time. Ah. Oh, we got him this time. Dude, die! Thank you! Jeez. Alright, so who was next? We were gonna try, or again, so there's more of us, so choose my fate. I know, Josh, yours was Wave beat Gyro beats Wave, and then Wave beats Napalm. So Napalm, or we'll take other bets too. We'll take other input. Man, I don't know. I can't remember the exact time. The exact timeline when I last played this. Possibly for whatever extra life I did it on. I feel like it couldn't have been that long. I remember a specific stream a while back that I forget if I saved or not, but I did the entirety of the NES series. Like, I just took a whole day of streaming and did all the NES Mega Man games back to back. So, Wave Man. Stage is great. Theme is great. Weapon, not so much. It has its uses, but not one of the better ones. If I'm being honest. Pick a Robot Master, any Robot Master. We have one vote for Napalm Man. We either get multiple votes or something else entirely, and then we gotta do a coin flip or something. Amongst all the, what looks like good news for Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, we unfortunately have no date, which leads me to believe it's coming out next year. There was a GameStop quote-unquote leak for a November date, but I think that was confirmed to be nonsense, like quickly taken down, and then they confirmed that it wasn't anything. But who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But it's good to finally see much more of it. They look to be doing a pretty good job. And I'm liking the whole I don't know quite how the modern controls are going to work, but one of the things about playing these games in today's day and age is the not quite tank controls, but similar enough to tank controls. I'm interested to see how the modern control scheme plays out. Alright, I'm not really getting votes here, so we're just going to go on to... Who was it? Napalm Man? Wave against Napalm? Let's try the next one. Biggest thing is the remake kind of removes the unique art style the original had. Yeah, I guess. I mean, Dan, you can feel free to weigh in on that. You are certainly the Metal Gear fanatic of us all here. Yeah, stupid. We're gonna use our turbo button. Free energy tank, always nice. I've always liked this theme too. See, from what I recall, and I want to say I recall more about the Mega Man games than a lot of other stuff that I tend to forget pretty easily. These later games, even if you didn't necessarily like them, I feel like they have good music. Which, that can be said really of all the Mega Man games, but these latter ones, like, especially depending on the track, they really step it up. But I'm sure, like, they're probably going to keep the camos and all that shit. You know, like, keep the camos in, keep all the same weapons and stuff. Generically realistic, OG Snake Eater had a unique aesthetic, color palette, and style that made it look way better than it should have on the PS2. Yeah, I mean, we're definitely not going to replicate that. I suppose you have a point there. Alright, 3 more times for an energy can. If not, we take what we get. We know the drill here. I'm not going to keep trying to farm an energy can out of this guy if he doesn't want to give it. That's the 1, that's 2, that's 2 healths. And number 3 for an extra life, which, again, they drop like hotcakes in this game, so whatever. Moving on. Certainly looks very good and impressive. It just loses some of its unique flavor. Yeah. I'd say that's a fair critique of it so far. Because otherwise, I don't know. I'm excited. It's looking pretty fucking good. Speaking of which, another extra life. We don't even have to get it from an enemy or anything. It's just kind of sitting here. Let's try some of these weapons, shall we? So here's G-Attack. Which, it's just the gyro. You can shoot it straight ahead. I'm about to die here, actually. You can shoot it straight ahead, but you can also DI it and make it go up as well. Like this. You can also make it go down. So you get some DI, some directional input with it. It's a decent weapon. If for no other reason, because you do get that extra control as well. I like how Shadow of the Colossus on PS4 looks absolutely gorgeous, but loses the thematic art style and feel of the PS2 original. Yeah, you know, that's actually a great comparison. Because it does have that same effect, pretty much. Yeah. Personally, having played it recently after people wouldn't shut up about it, I think that game is highly overrated, but that's just me. And to think I was playing the remake version. Hey, look, extra life. Freaking cone men, which thematically means nothing with the stage. This theme's okay. I guess it's okay. Alright, so, Wave Man. Whoops. I shot a buster. One damage. Whoops. G attack. Let's try it. Boop, 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 boop. One damage. We do not have this guy. We do not have this guy's weakness. In other words. Luckily, Napalm Man is one of 2, 3 choices I would potentially pick for a first fight. I actually might add Gyro Man to that list after this playthrough. Yeah, a lot of misses in this one too, Josh. But don't feel bad, because, you know, only so much logic in these weaknesses. You never know that first time. First time's always rough as a result. Five more. It's an amazing game, but you have to know what you're getting into and meet the game at its level, because it's not going to accommodate you at all. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. It's like open world before open world was like the only thing people want to do in a game. Because that supposed radar that's your weapon that's supposed to like tell you where to go or whatever, it is not great. Like, I see the appeal, but it's not for me. Napalm has to be strong against stone. Let's do it. Does it have to be, though? Does it? So, in case you weren't tired of construction-like zones in Mega Man games, yo, dog, we heard you like those. So, for the third time, and in fairness, bosses that fit a construction-type level, thematically, they went for this for a third time. And somehow, even after that third time, it still works. This theme's alright. Fuck. Alright, we just got another weapon. The Napalm Bomb. Which I just used twice and it didn't explode on contact. It explodes after a while. Oh, there it goes. Now it's exploding on contact. Weapon's kind of bad. The weapon's kind of bad. Our best weapon so far is Gyro, and it's kind of small. And the only reason it's somewhat good is because of its little DI. Yeah, I know. Like, I definitely get what they were going for. It is just very much not for me. I got like 3 or 4 or so stages in, and I'm like, I'm kind of over this. Mostly because of how long it took to get to each one. Kind of lose the construction theme a little bit here. Well, no, there's still like, well, you lose the where you lose the construction theme, you still have like stone throughout, so it's still like thematically accurate. I forgot how to get through there. Oh, fuck it. I don't want to keep using napalm in case it's a weakness. We already used a whole bunch of it. There we go. E-tank. We gotta go back a bit to reset the platforms. If you get the E-tank, you have to do that. Extra life, big fucking surprise. That's not what we want, though. The Stone Man theme really does get kind of catchy the more you hear it, but I don't know. It's alright, I guess. Alright, 3 more tries. There it is. We'll take it. Alright, Napalm Bomb. Do it. Stone Man. That is correct. Although, if you hit him too close to when he's going into the ground, you actually won't hit him at all. He won't be affected. Personally, I think if you use his weakness, he should be affected regardless. But especially since it makes sense to just use napalm to, like, blow up a floor or a wall or whatever. Even though that's one of the easier picks, if not the easiest pick in this game. So, even if you don't have the weakness, easy start. Four more. and keep up with my notes here in the meantime. Stone Man. Good stage. Okay theme. This weapon is actually also pretty bad. I'll put good theme, too. Good stage, good theme. But again, a bad weapon. This game is not doing great in the weapons department. Let's just go ahead and controls 5. I'm definitely noticing a theme with the weapons in this game. They are not great. In fact, I'm just trying to think of like all the different weapons. They're not great. They're not great. Stone feels like it would be good against Chargeman, Wall versus Train. It's an interesting theory. Let's do it. So this is the rush you in the face man of this game. Charge Man. Literally what he does. Also, music and stage for this one. Super on point. Love it. Might be my favorite. You got the medals in the trains, which when they attack, it does a little train horn. You got the chugga chugga for the train as you're going through the stage. It side scrolls in the background to give you the illusion that the train's moving. Now we're inside the train, but still doing the chugga chugga and shaking from time to time. You got the mega boops, which is what we're going to call that like consistent drum theme that happens in a lot of the Mega Man tracks, some of the better ones. Here. P-Stone. Look at it. That's what it does. So, you know, as I say it's bad, it just so happens to hit every target on screen, but... Also, Rush Coil is weird in this game. He doesn't just stay stationary, he jumps up with you, which is super weird. I don't know why they decided that. This is the only game where that's a thing. Also, that screen back there is pointless. There's spikes. You just die if you try to go over there, obviously, and there's nothing on that side, so, like, I don't really see the point of that room. P-Stone. P for Power Stone. Which, I think is actually what it is. It does spill out the whole thing in the weapon select screen. I think it actually is Power Stone. So here's the thing. Spoiler alert, you're correct. However, this weapon's garbage. Because of what I showed off before. Regardless of the fact that it killed everybody, for one, you can't hit him there. You can only hit him at certain times. So he got hit there. I have to wait for it to go off screen in order to use it. And then sometimes if you're not close to Charge Man, you're just going to miss with it. And when he's charging at you, you can't hit him with it. So, like, it's not the best thing to use. And I was going to mention a trick for this, but I'm kind of just making it work. But the way you get around this, as I almost die, is if you pause the game and then unpause it, you don't have to wait. You can just fire it again. Because this guy will just keep doing contact damage until you die eventually. But you got to be really close to him to use it. Because if you're far away, it's probably going to miss a lot. Charge Kick. Another weapon that's complete and utter garbage. The Charge Kick suffers from the same, not to the same extent, but it suffers from the same syndrome as Top Man's ability in 3, where you got to be right in their face. Your slide essentially becomes a charge kick, so it becomes an attack, but you can't completely pass through enemies while using it, so chances are you take a hit when you use it. And you can only specifically use it when sliding, so you can't use it in the air. You must be in a slide animation, otherwise you just can't use the weapon. 3 left. Yeah, this game's weapons, not going to be a good grade, I don't think. Just not good. They're really not good. We'll see how much that changes towards, like, the Proto Man / Wily stages. Crystal Man. Crystal Man! Oh, fuck. Oh, this is gonna be bad. We'll just save and load, it's fine. This stage is, theme's alright, stage is great from what I remember. However, the stage is, it's kind of difficult. There's a way around it, but I do not have the easy way around it. So that's going to make this a little more difficult, / something I have to, damn it, see? Not sure if it's charge or gyro. Well, we will try both for sure. Decide on one. We'll try it first. Alright, that's 2 extra lives in a row. If he gives me a third, I'm just going to take it. Because I said something. The problem with these falling crystals is there's no real pattern to it. It just kind of happens. And of course, if you fuck it up, it's the equivalent to getting spiked in Smash Brothers. You're just gonna fall straight down. There's nothing you can fucking do about it. The way you get around that is with a barrier weapon. Because, you know, again, they went with barriers. It's not the skull barrier, but it's a barrier nonetheless. One that, again, is downgraded from the wood shield, because you can't fire it forward. I think the wood shield is the only one in all the different barriers in these games that you can do that with. Bam! We've gotten all the letters in each of the stages, I think, so far. Each of the stages so far, so we don't need to return to any of the stages for any of them. That one's the easiest to miss, because if you don't know where it is, you're going to have to revisit the stage to get it. Because, like, if you don't know where it is, you're not going to fall in the right position. Wow, I have 1 health. That's wild. We're going to take a death. Oh, noes. What are we using? They quickly developed certain weapon archetype and just reskinned them? Yeah, basically. Which are we trying? Just to see if that first pick is right. Gyro first? Alright. Alright, so this isn't turning out like 4 after all, because you're 50-50. Shit! What's great is if you miss with it, which you will sometimes, you can just make it go up and hit him anyway. And we also almost fucked that up, but you know, whatever. It's fine. Okay, theme, great stage, even though it's slightly annoying. You know what? Let me not say this weapon's bad. It's decent. You get a crystal ball that splits into little... It breaks into little pieces, like you see on the boss. One of these we actually will not have a weakness for. But either way, we'll manage. Gravity or a star? One thing I will say about 5 is even the loose cart, I think, goes for triple digits now. It definitely does for the Game Boy game. But I think NES 5 also is pretty high up there. Feel like Gravity and Star could beat each other. Okay. It's a good theory. Do Gravity first? Alright. This is another great stage in my opinion. Hey! Stop being a brat. Because Mega Man gets to go up and down. Whoops. I didn't climb down the ladder there. Which is supposed to be climbing up the ladder, but you're upside down, so the controls are different. Maybe Crystal beats Gravity cause magic? We will try it. Oh, we're just taking hits, whatever. I also really enjoy this theme. This is another, probably my second favorite stage in the game. I kinda need health, I've been sucking butt. Good thing Rush can go in spikes, huh? Rush can touch spikes, but we can't. Fuck! Miss! I fucked up. It's alright. We got plenty of lives. It's fine. No emergency here. Probably get an extra life soon enough to make up for my death. It's just how this game is. See? There it is. I think I literally just got another one back to back, actually. Damn. People really complained that these games were too hard. Then they turned around and made them too easy. There's still some challenge, don't get me wrong, but... just extra lives drop so damn often. Alright, so we're using, what was the thing? Crystal. Do it. 1 damage. Shit. Water Wave, which we literally can't use unless we're on the ground. Which is the drawback to this weapon. Some of these weapons have, like, select conditions and shit. It's not great. Further contributing to, I think, this game not getting such a great weapon score. The more and more I think about it. Shit. So, believe it or not, this guy is actually one of my easier picks. But the key to him being an easier pick is you need to not miss very much with your charge shots. So you want to make sure your shots are lined up as he's making you, you know, go up and down with him here. We don't have his weakness. Shit. His weakness is actually the guy who's left. So the barrier weapon is good on gravity. You got Gravity Hold, which, guess what Gravity Hold is? Flash Stopper slash, Bright, whatever Bright Man's weapon is called that I don't remember. Flash Stopper. Or, wait, no, that's Flashman's weapon. I don't know, whatever. It's the same shit. There's another one I really like, the stage and theme, actually. Because it's space, you're floaty with your jumps. With the controls, they're floaty. Theme's pretty cool. Got a little hyped up slash cosmic vibe to it. It's a little bit of a strange theme, but I think it kind of works for Starman. I rather like it. Fuck. Shit. Shit. Oh my god. I almost fucked up. Ruh-roh. Got him. Ow. I don't like it. Whew! That was almost bad. High jump. High jump again. Fucking cone heads, but you can jump really high, so it really doesn't matter. And that's the stage already. Alright, so we need to pick a weakness for Starman. We're gonna take a death real quick. We have all the letters for beat, and funny enough, beat might be the best weapon in this game. Because a lot of the weapons from the bosses are really not great. I think this is the worst weapon roster yet in like each of the games so far. It's really not good. Fuck. Guy just went in there not looking. Choose a weakness. With Crystal beat Star. Doesn't break the barrier. It also does 1 damage when the barrier isn't there. So that's a negative. This one's a weird one. We're just gonna go to it. Water! On space. Because, you know, that makes sense. This has to be one of the weirdest weaknesses ever. First guess might have been Gravity beat Star, yeah. So Star Crash, which is the barrier, and Super Arrow, which is kind of like the M-Beam, except you can't shoot out the platforms far out. And if you get on the Super Arrow, it launches you forward really quickly and uses weapon energy while you do it. So there's a couple differences, but it's kind of like the M-Beam. Here's the Proto Man Castle. Because, you know, Proto Man's totally the bad guy in this game. Five has 3 syndrome. And we're about to find out why. This theme is admittedly intimidating. In a weird kind of way. This is kind of what we look for in Wily stages. Even though it's not the Wily stage, but whatever. You know, it's fitting for where we are. This can be difficult because these tigers do a ton of contact damage. So, like, if you keep messing up, you will die very quickly, which is what happened now. Can't go taking a bunch of hits in this part. This stage will slow you down real quick if you don't do what you're supposed to do. And there's probably a good weapon to be able to mess with these guys and kill them properly. Good, he killed himself. But I don't remember what that weapon is. Really, that weapon's a well-placed charge shot before he jumps at you. That's really the best thing you can do. Stop canceling my fucking buster. Fuck me. Shit. I guess we're gonna use G-hold. Feels bad to use that, but trying to not die. What? I missed the jump. Mees! Didn't happen. No. No. That's what happens with the freaking weird-ass rush in this game. You jump with him sometimes and just... you don't get the desired effect out of rush that you want. Fuck! Whatever. Uh-huh. Yep, missiles got it. This is actually where you need to... damn it! Well, you don't have to use the S arrow here, but you can. You can use Rush Jet there also. Fucking hell. That NES lag. Health, need it. Ruh-roh. Ow, it hurts. Ow, it hurts. Where do I start from? Oh, I don't, because it's game over. That's not happening. All the cheating. Fuck, whatever. Oh, I didn't have enough iframes. Jesus, I did that again. Why am I not hitting it? You know what? Fuck this. See ya. Ah, shit. I shouldn't have used it. Ha! Another part where we say fuck the invisible blocks or the reappearing blocks. Why do them when you don't have to? We do that with no shame in any of the Mega Man games, because the reappearing blocks are just a fucking nuisance. Alright, so instead of Proto Man, you have these weird robot things that you fight. They're different colors. They have different abilities. So, if you wanted something even more boring than the dock robots, these guys are it. Now, unlike the dock robots, they have their own unique traits, sure. But it doesn't change the fact that it's the same fucking thing. They just change the color. It does different stuff. Like, it's not exciting. It's just like the dock robots in 3. It's really not exciting at all. The choo-choo medals are back. Ow. I know where I am. See, these stages, even though a bit annoying, they are sufficiently challenging. It makes sense for where you are in the game. Shit. Right, I don't have any lives left. Son of a bitch. Maybe I should just take the death. Restock on lives. Which is a weird thing to say. But we wasted a few lives. Where was it? Wasted a bunch of lives somewhere and I didn't, like, save or load or anything. It's fine. We got it. We'll just do it again. We need to refill, like, weapon energy anyway, so it's fine. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Boop. Boop. Shit. Alright, let's use Starman's weapon, because one of the few things it's good for. Whether to hit them directly or the thing that they drop on you, it's a good use for it. And, like, actually gets rid of its target, unlike Skull Barrier. Skull Barrier is just a shit tier barrier. Like, they're all pretty bad. But, yeah. Shit! Fuck that thing. Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Whatever. What the fuck ever. Where am I going? To my death, apparently. Oh, I'm so dead. See ya. Don't I start from here? I do not. Fuck. 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 I did not pick a good spot to save. Alright, here we go. Everything's fine now. What a bunch of fucking assholes. It's a shame that these silly little robots are a thing, because I like the theme. I also like the stages, even. Like, I forget how I feel about the actual Wily stages. I think that might be the same type of feel, maybe, if I remember correctly. Alright, who's good on this one? I think this one's, Gyro? No, Crystal. Is it? I can't tell, honestly. This does more damage than the other thing. Maybe something different entirely. I have no idea. Whatever, it's dead. But yeah, same robot, different color, does different shit. Rinse, repeat throughout the castle. It's not exciting. This stage is kind of annoying from what I remember, but again, decent challenge for where you're at. It just makes sense. Extra life, we'll take it. Whoops. Ride too long on these and you'll die. Even more the case here. Fuck! Oh, I fucked up. This part's annoying. Extra life! Come on, Rush. Use that fucking doggo. There's an auto-scrolling part, sort of. No! Fucked up getting the energy tank, fuck it. How many do I have? Only 5. 5 in an M tank. That's basically like 6. M refills weapon energy and regular health as well. Oh, that's bad. Whew! That was close. We'll take it. Alright, this is bad. Fuck! I get around this somehow. Like that. Using one of the few good weapons. Fuck, that was health. I could have used that. Alright, now we can lose a life. It's perfectly fine. Alright, so who's good on this? I think it's Gyro on this one. Yeah. Maybe not. We gotta die either way on this. Or is a crystal on this one? I don't know. Why not? These bosses are so boring. Nope. It is Gyro. Huh. Oh, I was wondering when he was going to eventually freeze me there and get a free hit. Just the only challenge of this boss. The only way it really gets hits. Aw, shit. Gotta go fucking fight Proto Man. Look out, all. Here comes Proto Man. The big baddie. Yeah, Proto Man. That's what his whistle sounds like, right? Hey, what's that? Sounds like not out of tune Proto Man. Proto Man's here to help once more, and we move on. This boss, easy once you get used to things. But kind of a pain. Because he takes too long. Oh no, I'm not doing that again. I forget if this one has a weakness. It might not. Ow. Can we not? Oh, you asshole. It's boredom. I forget if he has a weakness. I really, honestly do not remember. Can we... There he goes. You've done well, Mega Man. I never expected you to defeat my powerful Dark Man robot multiple times. Robot singular instead of plural. Until now, I have managed to frame Proto Man for my crimes. But now, the real Proto Man has appeared and spoiled my plan. Dr. Light is a captive in my lab. Come if you dare. Ha, ha, ha. OMG, it was Dr. Wily the whole time. And now the Wily Castle. Another fitting, more like a race towards the end type of deal, but fitting for a Wily stage. Got your little mega spike traps here. Little tight quarters. Sufficient hazards. Like, there's a lot going on. This is how Wily stages should be. And I feel like, for the most part, they're not. Shit! See, like, if you don't do that jump right, you just die, because there's spikes in the ceiling right there. Honey, an extra life. It gets worse. See, like, enemies surrounding you here? Like, this is very fitting for a final area. These little, like, tiny platform things that will slowly kick you off. It's like barely space to move. Like, how intimidating is this, you know? Shit. Why can't they get up there? Fuck it, we're going the hard way. That's what I get. Huh. That NES lag. Repeat of Dustman. Same mechanic. I will take that health, thanks. Huh. See? If you don't do that quick enough, you'll just get flattened and die. And this is only the first Wily stage. Sufficient danger throughout. This guy. Fuck. Miss. Ow. Oh, I fucked up. We're gonna can it. Whatever. Miss. What an asshole. Got him. Thank you all once again for coming out for the next iteration of this. We'll give this a nice big ranking. I'm really liking these Wily stages overall. I had forgotten, but like bit by bit, these need to be pixel perfect jumps or you end up in the spikes. Like that. And of course, you know, I would have needed to jump period to describe that point, but there we go. We got a water level, which, as much as I'm not a fan of water levels necessarily, this is, again, like a pretty sufficient challenge, right? Like, this is very fitting for a Wily stage. Both musically and with what's going on the stage. Shit. If they didn't have the Darkman robots and better plot, or better described plot, I'd say this would be one of the stronger entries in the series. Although that doesn't really fix the overall, the weapons kind of suck problem of the game, so... So I guess more accurately, it's a good case of hit and miss for this game. Fuck, whatever. Hit the chicken. Don't care. This guy. Oi. Fuck. I probably shouldn't have did that, but whatever. Just wasted all my G-hold. I don't remember who, oh, fuck. There's another one anyway? Whatever. Take the hit. Let's go. Gravity's good on gyro. Okay. And speaking of gyro, I think I need gyro for this boss. Yep. Sure do. Hit it! Oh my... Yeah, you've got decent challenge in these. Just a straight shot, eh, game? Kind of gave up on the map there. Oh, here's why they gave up on the map. Because it's this thing! It's the Mega Boss Rush! Yay! We don't have enough Star Crash. Miss! Oh my god, hit him. Got him. Yeah, we're definitely using your weakness. Plus, the weapon's good on, like, nothing. I don't actually think I've shown this off yet. Charge kick. Oh, we actually went through him multiple times without taking a hit. There's the hit. Plus he shoots the hooks, so it's kind of hard not to, but yeah, charge kick is not great. Possibly one of the worst weapons in the entire series. Oh my god, I remember all the boss weaknesses, yay. So exciting. Ow. Boredom. Got him. Next. I use water in space for some reason. Guess we're doing you without a weakness again. Fuck. Fuck. I am fucking up. I didn't want to do that. I fucked up. It's okay. Got plenty of lives, we're fine. Ow! Oh, what an asshole. Gyro Man would be even easier if he didn't have the clouds to hide where he is. Where he and possibly his projectile are coming from. If that wasn't a thing, this boss would be even easier. Probably the easiest in the game. Okay, you know what though? I don't appreciate this. Look at this! This guy's whipping my ass! Ass! He's definitely whipping my ass. To describe this game's assness, all I can say is, it's very ass. Fuck, I almost perfected him. Whatever. It's fine. Everything's fine. That's right. It's very ass. Alright. Cool. We're gonna use the pause trick on this guy. Unlike the last time. I just talked about it, didn't do it. Makes this guy super easy, barely an inconvenience. Oh, crap. Whoops. Lets you use the power stone that much quicker. God damn it. Whatever. Fuck that guy. Didn't I use all of Crystal? Yes, I did. Whatever, there's another easy guy. I don't need his fucking weakness. Good thing there's so many easy bosses in this game. Shit. I said that as I could take a shitty hit. Ow, dude. Why am I bad, though? Not doing a good job of demonstrating my case here. Or I could just be bored of these fucking boss rushes, you know? Let's do this the right way this time, shall we? Fuck. There's the hit. You can have the one. Congratulations. Moving on. See, I know I need gyro, but I don't have a lot of gyro. It's a problem. Well. Gonna need the cannon. Then again, I have an M-Tank. What am I worried about? I can refill all my weapon energy at will. When I feel like it. At least one times. Oh my... It's really annoying that the charge gets canceled when you get hit. It's not ideal. Would you get over here? Thank you. Okay, let's finish this. Yeah, you get this guy first. This is a boring boss. He's not hard. He just goes back and forth, and then he does that. That's all he does. It's a complete time waster of a boss. See, even there, where he could have, like, made things bad for me with the spikes, because you actually do get iframes for spikes. Any, like, immediate threat that this boss would have, of course, now I'm just taking shitty hits for no reason. Bored now. Any immediate threat that he would have, he just goes out the window. Oh, I almost didn't make that. He's done. Look at the nerd. He goes back and forth. This evil nerd definitely does go back and forth. That's all he does. And he comes down from time to time. That's it. And we did the boss rush, so all that's left is the end. Alright, so we're just gonna not even care, we're just gonna rush past shit. Cause all we got is the Wily machines and Wily himself. Like, it's the end of the game. Let's pop that M tank. Everything's full. Now, what's the weakness? Don't remember, honestly. Wait, I actually think it's the arrow, weirdly enough. Yup. So this boss is randomly weak to the fucking arrow, which is like a utility item. Phase 2. Which would be hard, but we have beat. We haven't used beat all game. But now that we're at the end of it, we use beat. Because all this annoyingness of the boss with him just going back and forth and shit, appearing from time to time, shooting stuff at you, beat just knows where he is instantly. So we just let beat do all the work for us. Our health is kind of low though, so we are going to use a tank. Also, I love this Wily theme, the final boss theme for Wily. Again, fitting for where you're at in the game. Is it just me, or is the weapon energy not quite lining up? Usually the beat energy lines up with... the damage that he's doing to Wily. I must have messed something up. Maybe it's still enough, I don't know. I forget if Wily actually has a weakness or if beat is the weakness. I mean, I would argue beat is definitely the weakness because, like, he just knows where Wily's at. And actually, we are now out of beat, so yeah, I don't know what I did. So we're gonna have to find him once. I found Dr. Wowie. He dead. Well, not dead, but, you know. Then again... No, I'm thinking of the wrong game. That's Mega Man 3, where you both get crushed by blocks. And he's somehow fine, but Proto Man saves you. So there's Dr. Light. What the 5 fingers say in the face? Huh? Slap! So Mega Man's strong enough to hold up the wall for now while Wily escapes. Proto Man destroys part of it, which you would think it would fall right away and then crush the both of them. You know, but not what happens. Proto Man on the side being his badass saving self. And that's Mega Man 5. Truly, I appreciate the attempt at a plot, but like all these games that have come out in the States, they leave out very important plot points before it gets here. So, what do we do with this? Honestly, there are some misses in the music department. Not a lot, but there are some. We're gonna put a 4 for that. The weapons, that's where this game takes a hit. I don't think they're great. Outside of, like, beat. I'm gonna come back to weapons. Plot. They tried. Honestly, kind of knowing the background and stuff, maybe I'll toss it a 4. Weapons are a 2 or a 3. Fun factor. Honestly, I have a lot of fun with this one. It's gonna get a 5 for me on that. The weapons are a 2. They're shit. they're just shit. They're not good. They're not good. And you know what? It is fun, but I'm gonna have to... The dark robots aren't great. So it's gonna lose a point for that. Yeah. Weapons are really bad. They're really not good. In fact, let me go through these weapons again. Because now I'm going to compare these weapons to see Gyro Man is decent. Gyro Man's decent. Gravity Man is... I actually didn't finish taking notes on some of these parts. Gravity Man... Hold on. Let's go back to PC here. So Gravity Man. Gravity Man... Crap weapon. Gyro. Gyro, Wave Man, Stone Man, Napalm Man, Charge Man, Starman. Great theme / stage. Crap weapon. Wily stages and themes good. Same with Proto. Darkman Tedium. So that's one. This one's decent, not even good, but we'll put 2. Crap. Most of the weapons are just crap. They're crap. I'm gonna go back to 1 real quick. What do you think about the weapons of 1? Actually, no. I gave Mega Man 1 before on weapons. Like, they're actually decent. These suck. I stand by my 2. I stand by my 2. So, this is what? 8, 10, 19. Which is 1 above 3. So even with the missteps of this one, still edging it out slightly over my favorite one. I think that's what happens. This just naturally happened. We took the points down a bit. I can't quite put it there with 4 and 2. It's not as polished, I don't think. Just not. Weapons are bad. Should plot really get a 4? It really does kind of come apart. Like, I appreciate the effort to, like, really just... It would be the best one if it was all explained, but it's not. So do we have to base it on what we have here? Would we just base it off the US, or base it off, like, what the plot should have been? Did I do that for the rest of them was the question, I wonder. I gave it a 2 for Mega Man 3, so I feel like I based that on the fact that you don't get it. In fact, if I wanted to be really mean, I could also come down to a 1 on that. But I think based on what I'm saying, is one bad part of the game really worth knocking fun factor down a whole point? Like, I feel like I could I feel like I could go either way on this. Like, I could leave it where it's at, but also maybe put fun factor to 5 and then plot to 3. It would even out, and the score would be the same. Like, the score wouldn't change, but maybe the numbers on rankings would be a little different. That's kind of my only thinking right now. Because, like, legit the only thing I don't have fun with in this game, which is weird, because, you know, it's not one of the ones that is widely remembered, but I actually have a lot of fun with this one. I don't feel like a lot of shit drags out. In fact, I don't feel like any of it drags out. Just, you know, obvious boss rush in each game, plus the Darkman robots. I'm going to keep it as is. I reserve the right to change my mind later. But even so, it doesn't actually change the number score, even if I do that. Because I plus 1 and then I minus 1 somewhere else. So it doesn't change the number score. So slightly edges out 3. 4 and 2 still have 20 out of 20. Which, you know, it's the plot or weapons, depending on game, that kind of, like, destroys them. But for as much as I like these games, nothing has really, like, gotten that close to being perfect. But what happens with 6? Because we still have one more game left. It's not going to happen tonight. But we have one more game left. If I'm feeling up to a late night stream, it might just be tomorrow. But yeah, I think that's all I got for this one. I think that's all I got for this one. Pretty straightforward, pretty fun. When do you plan on playing that? Or I might have read that after I already answered just now. But yeah, I think if I feel like doing a late night stream, it might very well be tomorrow. Otherwise, I still have plenty of time next week before Shadow of the Erd Tree drops on Friday. And then I'll definitely be doing a late night stream because we are definitely doing some Shadow of the Erd Tree. Yeah. But yep, that's pretty much what we got here. These are interesting rankings. Like, this is not something I was quite expecting. I closed the window for that. Whoops. Wasn't really expecting things to go the way that they did, but they did. It's been an interesting revisit, because I just have to be honest, you know, like 3 might always be my favorite to some extent, but it's just we have to be honest that it's an incomplete game, and therefore has like not. It hasn't scored as highly as a result. But yeah, I think this is the first stream you were here for. I don't know if it all showed up like properly on stream or whatever. But, I guess I could reopen it. Hold on. Notepad. So ranking them each on music, fun factor, weapons, controls, and plot. Which, controls is kind of a unfair category. Because with the exception of the first game, which is kind of sluggish, I think the controls are pretty tight, and controls pretty much the same 2 onward for the NES games. So it just gets an instant 5. In fact, I'm going to fill it out in advance for 6. In preparation for 6, so it's free points for whichever game. And that's that. So yeah, 5. It's up there. It's up there. Its biggest weakness is the weapons. Weakest so far, actually, for that. I think everything else is fine. I don't know why this one doesn't get more attention. I don't think I ever hated 5/6 as much as people seem to commonly hate it. Same with 4, actually, to some extent. I think a lot of people are coming around on 4, though. And as per these new rankings of sorts, I've actually put 4 right there with 2. Which 2 is the fan favorite, so, you know, pick one. New Mega fan, pick one. Both are great. Hell, even 5. 5 is great too. Well, maybe not 5. Only because the one category it does lack in. It's not a proper representation of, like, one of the main reasons people play Mega Man. So, I think that's all I got before I get too ranty. Obviously, played these games 1,000 times, but now I'm just putting neat little numbers on them. 6. 6 is going to be a good one. I feel like I'm going to have a lot to say on that one. But we're going to rank it as we play it, take our notes, do what we've been doing for the rest of them, and see what number we slap on that game. Ever think of doing a Mega Man game tier list or something, or have you done so already? So Josh mentioned that, because it's a good idea. Like, it's not hard to do. Just find one of those sites that generates it and find, like, the images or whatever. So maybe I have that prepared when I do the 6th stream. Because we'll slap a score on it, and then we'll do the tier list alongside it. That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Like, the number scores are kind of already going to tell you where... Then again, I don't know. I don't know. Tier lists could possibly be different from scores, because again, like, 3 I do still think is my favorite. Kind of like Final Fantasy VII is my favorite Final Fantasy, which I know is like the super popular choice, whatever, but objectively speaking, I would put 6 or 9 above it in an overall ranking. So that's kind of like what this is, right? Like, I'm trying to measure them, like, properly, so to say. I don't know. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense or if I'm, like, repeating my same point, but, these are the things we're trying to accomplish. But for all intents and purposes, this stream is done. So either late night tomorrow or sometime before next Friday, because that's when Shadow of the Erd Tree rolls out. And we will definitely be doing that on that day, release day. And I'll have Saturday off as well, so it'll be perfect. Probably something that happens both days. Because there's a lot to be done in Shadow of the Erd Tree. It is a quite lengthy DLC that, if you want it content-wise, it could be very much around the same amount of time as the base game. So, there's a lot. You get quite a bit for your $40. I also should maybe pick a new weapon in that game, because there's new weapons. I don't know. I'm not going to talk too much about it. I haven't looked a ton into it either. I kind of might get surprised by it all, for the most part. So, that's it. I'm already ranting as is, so take care, everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate you guys being here. And, you know, feel free to join on back for number 6. Take a look on the usual places for notifications of going live and participation in the bosses and stuff. And we're gonna tie a nice knot on all this pretty soon. Maybe we'll do other Mega Man stuff like this, or something Mega Man related. Or, you know, visit the Mega Man Game Boy games again, because I haven't done that in years, and that's probably not going to go great if I did it. But that's another story for another time. Good night. See ya. Later.